Kawhi Leonard, the silent Terminator, the league-feared introduction, a legend without words. He doesn't rip his jersey after dunks, doesn't demand a mic after games, and he sure as hell doesn't toss slogans around on social media. He always seems like he's outside the game, even while dominating it. Quiet, distant, emotionless. But in those moments, he's the most dangerous man on the court. His name is Kawhi Leonard. While others build careers on showmanship, Kawhi crafted one like a silent blade. You don't hear it coming until it's too late. His story isn't the typical rise of a superstar. It's the tale of a warrior who always goes against the grain. Today, we'll break down how a man with a stone-cold face became a nightmare for NBA superstars, how he conquered both NBA continents, and why the league still fears him, even when he's sitting on the bench. Chapter 1. The beginning of a silent rise. San Diego, mid-2000s. On the court, a skinny kid with freakishly big hands, endlessly practicing jump shots. He's not the fastest, tallest, or flashiest, but in his eyes, ice. In his actions, obsessive perfectionism. Kawhi Leonard wasn't just hard-working, he was addicted to work. At San Diego State, he practically lived in the gym. He'd finish a workout and start a new one right after. No smiles, no small talk. Even coaches were a bit scared of his tunnel vision. When Indiana drafted him 15th overall in 2011 and immediately shipped him to San Antonio, no one thought, here comes a future Finals MVP. He wasn't a media darling. He didn't dominate headlines, but he landed in the perfect system. Greg Popovich saw something deeper, not just a role player but a sponge, a player who would absorb everything and turn it into pure lethality. Just 3 years later, in 2014, Kawhi was hunting down LeBron in the finals and winning Finals MVP. Chapter 2. The silent killer who ended Miami's dynasty. The 2014 finals were the climax of Popovich's system and the breakout moment for Kawhi. His shot, precise, his defense, ruthless. He didn't just challenge LeBron, he neutralized him, and with that, the Big Three era in Miami collapsed. But this wasn't Kobe or LeBron theater. Kawhi didn't scream, "I'm the king," or leap onto scorers' tables, just that cold expression, already preparing for the next possession. At that moment, the league realized a new kind of superstar had arrived. No narcissism, no spectacle, just a man built to dismantle dynasties, because that's simply what he does. He didn't crave fame, he craved wins. That's what made him terrifying. You couldn't read his eyes. You never knew when he'd strike, but he always would. After those finals, Kawhi became the face of a new era. Everyone thought he'd stay in San Antonio for the long haul, until something happened that would ignite the biggest shift of his career. Chapter 3. The System Clash and the Lone Wolf Path. 2017. Kawhi's in the prime of his career, a top 3 MVP candidate. With him on the floor, the Spurs look like the one team that can truly challenge Golden State. Then, the injury, and with it, the fracture. The Spurs medical staff says he's good to go. Kawhi says, "No, I still feel pain." Disputes start, whispers leak. The press catches fire. For the first time, the silent soldier goes against the system. He stops playing, distances himself from the team. At one point, he just disappears. The league is stunned. What happened to Popovich's perfect warrior? Why the rebellion? The answer, Kawhi was never a pawn. He simply stayed quiet until someone tried to use him. And when that moment came, he left. No drama, no interviews, just a trade request. The Spurs lost their new cornerstone. Kawhi landed in Toronto, supposedly a one-year rental, but in that year he would write history. Chapter 4. The year in Canada that changed everything. Toronto, 2019. A city built on playoff heartbreak, A Team LeBron turned into an annual punchline, and then Kawhi arrived. He was welcomed like a temp star, a mercenary, here for a year, then off to California. But Kawhi wasn't here for a farewell tour, he came to win. And what he did that season, legendary. The playoffs became his theater. Against Philly, he hit one of the wildest game winners in NBA history.
Defended by Simmons. Is this the dagger? Game! Series! Toronto has won!
A shot that bounced on the rim 4 times like it was weighing destiny, and chose continue the story. Then he took down Giannis in Milwaukee, and in the finals, he toppled the immortal Warriors, and he did it like clockwork. No hype, no celebration, just MVP. Again. In a single year, Kawhi turned a titleless franchise into champions. He left Toronto like a hired gun, but went out as a legend. Chapter 5. Los Angeles, the shadow that hung over the league. After that title, the world expected him to join LeBron and the Lakers. Instead, Kawhi chose the Clippers and brought Paul George with him. He was building his dynasty, year 1. The hype was unreal. A super team set to dethrone everyone, but 2020 delivered heartbreak, blowing a 3-1 lead to Denver in the bubble. Critics pounced. Kawhi, silent, no excuses, no explanations, just the next game. Then came 2021 and a torn ACL, out for the entire playoffs. The Clippers made it to the conference finals without him, but it was clear their ceiling had a limit. Every time Kawhi returns, he shifts the game, but his body resists. He becomes a part-time assassin, but even the part-time version of Kawhi, deadly, because when the moment comes, he activates, and fear returns. Conclusion: a legend, without a mask. Kawhi Leonard isn't a player defined by stats or headlines. He's the league's anti-hero, too quiet to be a global icon, too dangerous to be forgotten, 2-time champion, 2-time dynasty killer. And he did it all without the noise. His path isn't showbiz, it's strategy, not a performance, a profession. He doesn't want to be loved, he wants to be effective, and that's his terrifying power. When Kawhi steps on the court, you don't hear the end coming, but you know it's already near. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to subscribe to BASKETBOMB, smash that like button, and ring the bell so you never miss a drop. We've got more explosive breakdowns, hidden NBA stories, and pure basketball drama coming your way. See you in the next video. Let's bomb!